Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to Dreadful Shadows.
In this frightening video, a suspicious person tries to break into this woman's home in San Leandro, California. He wanders around the area and seems to be looking for something, when suddenly the voice of the homeowner is heard off camera telling the man to leave the house immediately.
Get the f*** out of there.
Surprisingly, the man doesn't resist and simply leaves as he was told. A man was standing on his porch when suddenly a large black bear tried to enter his porch because the bear had seen his puppies. The man confronted the bear to save the puppies by putting the wooden couch in front of the door, but he was very afraid. He went into the house with the puppies. I'm glad that no one was hurt and that the homeowner succeeded in saving those cute little puppies. This is a very good example of being careful before opening the door to strangers. When he was closer to the door, you could not even tell. But now you can see that he has a gun in his pocket. He is wearing a mask and was probably planning to break into his house. Of course, this video is a bit ridiculous because you can see that the gun is sticking out of his pocket. But if he was carrying it behind his back and standing closer to the door, some people would not even think that something bad could happen when they open the door. It gets even more ridiculous when he lowers his mask and exposes his face to get some fresh air, or maybe say something. I am not sure, because he could have been talking to the homeowner. The recording had no sound. Fortunately, no one answered the door, and the gunman eventually disappeared. This man was recorded several times in the driveway of this house, looking in the window of the house where a father and his daughter lived. They weren't home when the man was first caught, but here is another video of when he came back. And this time, the father and his daughter were in the house. That's why he came back. This is very scary, because someone could do the same thing in your home, and you wouldn't even know it. But the man saw that he had been discovered, ran away, and wasn't caught. I don't think she's up to no good, but you never know. And the shocking thing is that it's 2:30 in the morning. She explains that she needs to charge her phone.
Yeah, trying to charge to my phone.
What do you think of her? Let me know in the comments. In this video, we see a team of 2 robbers trying to break into this person's house in the middle of the night, trying to disguise themselves with thick, heavy clothing and hats. One of the men was fiddling with something when suddenly the homeowner speaks directly into the microphone and says hello.
Hello? Yo.
In just a few seconds, the attempted robbers got a fright and decided to leave the area. In Sacramento, California, a homeowner's doorbell camera captured this creepy-looking man stepping outside the front door in the middle of the night. He notices a bike rack at the far corner of the property and walks over to try to steal one of the bikes. He seems to have a hard time stealing the bike and finally decides to give up and leave. One thing is for sure, you certainly don't want this guy showing up at your front door at 5:30 in the morning. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened to this Louisiana homeowner. A woman reported that a creepy man came up to her porch and rang her doorbell. The man reportedly told the woman to come to her house, and when she asked him why, he hesitated and said he didn't know.
Can I help you?
Is this 1002?
It is.
Okay, I was supposed to come here.
To do what? You don't know.
Okay, never mind.
He was somewhat displeased, went back to his car, and drove away. The woman said she called the police immediately afterwards. In Smithtown, New York, a man wearing a hoodie came close to the camera and stole it. The next day, the neighbor went to the door wearing only jeans, rang the bell, and apologized to the camera. The owner said from inside, "What do you want?" The neighbor said, "Peace."
What do you want?
Peace.
Too late for that.
What?
Too late for that.
Too late?
When you stole from me, you started your own war. Too late for that.
So it's too late for peace?
You had a chance at peace. You had that night, you could have made peace, but bringing my shit back, you stole. When you stole from me, you started your own war.
So we are at war, according to you? Good night, sir.
The man listened and answered again. Then he left, went to his room, and closed the door. After a few minutes, he played loud music, returned to ring the doorbell, and said, "Oh, I don't think it's ringing."
This blue doesn't ring? I guess that means you're hearing us?
Do speak.
Okay, so there's wine, cheese, and crackers across the hall if you're interested.
Nah, we ain't around. We just don't like stealers, liars, and stealers and thieves. Have a good night.
He went back to his room and closed the door. The loud music was still on. He returned with a large towel over his head and stuck something sticky on the camera to shake the video. The owner called the police and filed charges against the neighbor, who was subsequently arrested. This guy is a perfect example of a terrible neighbor.
Support the channel. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel.